Now, under normal circumstances, I like to take some time to have some fun with these intros, really gin up the theatrics, but considering the proverbial floodgate has officially been opened, yeah, we're just gonna dive straight into today's episode.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Neo. I'm just another random tall black guy who's not wearing his glasses today. Every now and then I do like to switch things up. Christ, did I really just do that? As many of y'all know, earlier in the week, we got an official confirmation of the Xbox Series S's existence. Not only that, we got an official price in addition to a release date. And in that little leak that we saw, whether you call it a leak or if it's just a coordinated strike from a Microsoft representative, we also learned the price point of the Xbox Series X. It would retail for $499.99. And here we are, not even 2 days later, and yeah, the Xbox Series X is going to be retailing for $499 US. So let's talk about this $500 price tag. Yay, nay, in the middle, where do y'all stand? Me, myself, and I'm actually okay with this $500 price point. Realistically, I would have loved for them to hit the $399.99, but looking at the amount of tech that's going into these next generation consoles, it definitely looks like whether you are Team Xbox, Team PlayStation, we're going to be seeing a major leap in terms of performance, in terms of the amount of cool stuff we're going to be getting from them. And just looking at all the components, this stuff isn't cheap to manufacture. By comparison to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, even though we were able to get so much out of those machines, just looking at what they're cramming into these new consoles is honestly nothing short of incredible. And it is so great that we finally have an official price point after literally months of people speculating and extrapolating from marketing campaigns that the Series X is going to retail for $600. No, it's actually going to be $750 and all this crazy mumbo jumbo. But the price and release date weren't the only things we learned from Microsoft when it comes to these new consoles. We also got a concrete release date of when we can actually pre-order these things. So on September 22nd, mark your calendars, you're going to be able to pre-order the next generation of Xbox. Now, moving away from the console spec side of things and talking about the games, the things that are most important and they're paramount when it comes to, gaming, we've got a couple of confirmations for games that you're going to be playing on the Xbox Series. God, it was so easy when we were just saying Xbox Series X, but now that we got the S, I guess it's just called the Xbox Series, something like that. First up to bat, we have got an official confirmation for Gears Tactics. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Gears Tactics released on PC a couple of months ago. This was a drastic change to the Gears formula. It's a completely different genre. It's a tactical strategy title, but the audience, the community totally embraced it. And while we knew it was coming to consoles at some point, we never had a concrete date until today. It's actually going to be launching day and date with the Xbox Series consoles. And that is awesome because with the delay of Halo, the launch lineup was looking very sparse. Of course, you can get into, the multi-plat games that are going to play better on Xbox Series, but when it comes down to going out there and buying a console, you want it for experiences that you could only get on that console, or at least in this situation, on the Xbox family of systems, that being the Xbox Series consoles and now PC, because Microsoft still gets the money whether or not you play the game on the Microsoft Windows 10 store or you play it on Steam. Now, time will tell if audiences and the masses really do embrace Gears Tactics as much as the folks on PC did, because while the Gears franchise is solid, it is strong, this is a drastic change of pace to what people are accustomed to. But with the advent of Game Pass, people having the opportunity to play games that they normally wouldn't have checked out, hey, maybe they'll end up loving Gears Tactics. Speaking of multi-platform games launching on Xbox this fall, we've got another one that is going to be hitting day and date with the next generation of Xbox, and that is, of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, many of y'all are probably scratching your head wondering why I'm bringing this up, considering Valhalla had a release date. We knew it was coming out on November 17th. Until today, when Ubisoft just said, hey, new Xbox console release date, well, we'll just move up Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So on November 10th, you can pick up Assassin's Creed Valhalla on your Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, PC, basically every single platform that exists that isn't the Nintendo Switch. In addition to that, we also learned that Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be running at a native 4K 60 frames per second on the Xbox Series X, which is fantastic news. Honestly, this is great considering, we had all been mulling over the fact that they had only confirmed 30 frames per second. And when you have a game, that is literally going to be one of the marquee titles for Xbox this fall. This is who they decided to partner up with for marketing. And that game doesn't show off the real horsepower of your console. Like, I get it, it's being developed across multiple systems, different types of SKUs and ecosystems. But when you are Microsoft and you're coming out here with a console that is, you know, power your dreams, 60 frames standard, 120 FPS is the goal, and then you have Valhalla there and it's not, it was looking kind of spooky. So the fact that they had confirmed this is really amazing. I doubt it's going to have any type of crazy graphical fidelity, like ray tracing, things like that. But who knows? Maybe they'll have some type of a performance mode where you can get a stable 30 frames per second with ray tracing on later down the road with the patch. Hey, sky's the limit at this point. And wrapping up the little trio of games that are going to be launching day and date with the Xbox Series consoles, we have Yakuza Like a Dragon. We had already known that Yakuza Like a Dragon was going to launch this fall, and it's going to be launching this fall, still on the same date across all the other platforms, with the exception of the Xbox Series consoles. It's going to be launching 3 days earlier, which is kind of cool. I guess people who are going to be playing on Xbox, they have the opportunity to get it on the Series consoles 3 days early, just because, literally just because. I've heard a lot of people say it's anti-consumer at the fact that the Xbox Series X is going to be the only version of Yakuza Like a Dragon that is next-gen certified, whereas they haven't even confirmed a PlayStation 5 version is even coming out anytime soon. They've talked about it, but they've never said, hey, it's confirmed to come out on this date at this time. So if you want to play a full fat next gen Yakuza Like a Dragon experience, it's going to be on the Xbox Series consoles, which to me is not that big a deal, considering if you are playing Yakuza on a PS4 and you're getting a PS5, it's got to be backwards compatible so you can still play it. And take it from a guy who's been playing this series for so many years, this ain't the game hill to die on. And moving into our final news story of the day related to Xbox, we have got a pretty major bombshell of an announcement. EA Play, formerly known as EA Access, which is their subscription service where you can spend $5 a month and you can play really, really old sports games because people totally want to play Madden 17 in 2021. That is going to be included with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate this fall. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Something is definitely in the water because EA has been too buddy-buddy with all these companies as of late. Like, they're releasing games on the Switch, they're putting their games back on Steam, and now they're merging with Microsoft with their subscription services. It's just, I don't like it. Sorry, that's just the cynical EA critic that I am. While I think this is a great move for Xbox Game Pass and for the Xbox ecosystem, me, myself, and I really don't see much value attached to EA Access. Like, I understand what they're going for, but when you look at the library of games that are there, it's like 90% of them are sports titles, and then the 10% that are actually good, you could just buy those for like $5 on sale and then think nothing of it. But hey, $5 to check out trials for games and maybe check out this title here. Cool, I guess? And to cap off the discussion of subscription services, I got a little bit of news for y'all that might come as sort of a downer. Microsoft is indeed increasing the price for Xbox Game Pass. Now, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Not all versions of Xbox Game Pass. If you are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass on PC and you've been enjoying that $5 a month subscription, your days are numbered because in just a few short weeks, Microsoft is going to be increasing the price from $5 a month to $10. Now, in Microsoft's defense, they have always said that the $5 a month subscription for Game Pass PC was sort of an introductory beta price while we test out all of the bugs and the kinks, yada, yada, yada. You know, you guys get access to this large library of games for basically peanuts. And now that they've ironed out all of the bugs and glitches, they are ready for prime time. So while it does suck that the $5 a month tier is going away, just looking at the value of Game Pass as a whole, you know, whether you were subscribed to it at $5 on PC, $10 on console, or Game Pass Ultimate, which is still remaining at $15 a month, you get access to both realms of entertainment. Game Pass is a great deal. It honestly is, you know, whether you're playing it just for the exclusives or some of the third-party games, and now when you factor in xCloud as part of Game Pass and EA Play, I mean, it's still a good situation right now. If they double the price, then I think it's going to start getting kind of spooky. If we start going from $15 a month to $45 a month, that's a different conversation to be had. But right now, I'm chilling, bro. And to wrap up the video, I might as well go over a couple of things that weren't confirmed in my Xbox Series S video, but we've gotten further clarification on them now. So earlier in the video, I talked about the Xbox Series S, but I never really spoke on the storage capacity for it, because when I recorded that video, they really didn't talk about the storage until literally a couple hours after I uploaded it. But they've confirmed that the storage size for the Xbox Series S is coming in at 512 gigabytes. It's still going to be using the same NVMe SSD, but it's at half the capacity. Now, 512 gigabytes is definitely a lot smaller of a storage capacity than I personally would have wanted when you factor in that this is an all digital console. There's no disk drive whatsoever. You are eventually going to have to upgrade your storage if you are committing to this long term. So if you are a core gamer, I would probably opt against getting the Series S, especially since it is an all digital platform. And if you want more storage, you're going to have to buy Microsoft's proprietary one, which we don't know a confirmed price point at it, but you know, considering it is SSD NVMe, you can factor in it's probably going to be around $100 to $200 depending on the storage capacity. So yes, for someone who's more of a core gamer, this might not be the console for you, but you got to remember, everybody's situation and scenario is different. For some people, getting into the next generation for only $299, they'll go there and they'll buy an extra 1 terabyte for $100 and they'll be perfectly okay with it. I mean, if you're a Nintendo Switch owner, I don't even think I really got to tell you about buying other accessories for your system, like to the point where literally the Switch can't even function if you don't have a suitable memory card inserted in the system. Like, there are just some games that come out where it's just like, you gotta have a memory card to even play this. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. And wrapping up the stories for today, we heard more about Xbox All Access. We got a confirmed list of countries that it's going to be launching at the end of the year, in addition to expanding to more territories in the coming months. And we also learned the particular retailers that you're going to be able to pick it up. So this is great. It's definitely a major expansion by comparison to Xbox All Access in its current forms. To give y'all a little bit of perspective, when I signed up for Xbox All Access back in May, there was only 2 approved retailers I could even go and buy the system at, and only one of them had it in stock, those being Amazon and Best Buy. So to see a healthy list of retailers right there, in addition to other countries, I really do hope that they capitalize off of this and they really do push it aggressively, because Xbox All Access is an amazing program. And those are just some of the news stories that I wanted to share with y'all today in this blowout of Xbox information. I gotta say, it's really good, and it's an amazing feeling that we can finally talk about next gen stuff with concrete certainty that, hey, these consoles, they're coming out right now, here's the price, here's when you can pre-order, and here's when it comes out. Like, it's just such a great feeling. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on any of these news stories right here. EA Play merging with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you know, the Xbox lineup that's coming out this fall. Are there any games that you're personally looking into, or are you gonna wait a few months until the eventual release of Halo Infinite whenever that happens? Comment down below and let me know. And for Media for Now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.